All right, we are live. What's going on, everybody? This is Frantz Derenoncourt Jr., author, publisher with Thoroughbred Books. Welcome to another Haitian History Trivia event. Hope everybody has been having a great week, and hope you guys are ready for some Haitian history. You know, that's my forte. I've been writing books, publishing books about Haitian history since 2016. And I just wanted to come on here and, do a little bit of something to help people understand, Haiti a little bit more. And the more you understand the country's history, the more you understand what's going on today, right? So I put together Haitian history trivia. It's also something I used to do on my book tours where, just to kind of like an icebreaker, I'll ask different questions about Haitian history and give a prize. So I decided to bring it online, right? That way I could reach more of you guys and we could have a good time and share one of our favorite topics, which is Haitian history. So I do have great prizes to give away today to the winner. Well, I won't say prizes, I would say a prize, right? I don't have a whole bunch of prizes, but I do have a great prize. This is something that I've been waiting on. Just came in yesterday, y'all. You guys know I published 5 books so far, right? And the second book that I ever published was this one right here, right? This book is called Mackandal, the Black Messiah. So shout out to everyone who has this book, Mackandal, the Black Messiah. This is a classic right here. In fact, you probably can't find this book that much anymore, right? So I just released a second edition to that book, right? And it just came in and I updated the cover. Check this out, y'all. This is the new Mackandal book. Just came in. This is the paperback edition, okay? So while we wait on the hardcover edition, I got the paperback edition. So I got a whole box of them, and I want to give some of these away, right? So the person who answers the most correct questions this evening on Haitian History Trivia gets a Mackandal second edition, all right? So, all right, guys, good luck. We're going to go ahead and get started. I don't want to waste too much time. I actually have to be in, I have things to do today. So I'm on a tight schedule. So we're gonna start asking these questions, and we're gonna make sure that you guys get in position to get your prizes. I want to give a big shout out to the person who won last week's version of Haitian History Trivia. I think, oh man, I just shipped out your book, by the way. So you should be getting your book shortly. She won last week. Oh, this is not rare. I think it was Moon. I can't remember the name. I apologize for not remembering the name. But congratulations, your book is on the way. All right, cool. So let's go ahead. Let's get with the program. I know there's not a lot of people on right now, but that's their fault. We got to start on time. We got to start at 7 p.m. is the time. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's get on with the first question. So here's how it's going to work. Everybody that's watching right now, if you know the answer to the question, go ahead and type it in the comments, right? And it's going to pop up on my feed. And the first person to come up with the correct answer, you get a point, all right? And I'm going to keep track of everybody who gets the answers correct. So I'm going to pop the question up on the screen. And then if you know the answer, type it in the chat. Type it in the comments, and then you get a point. All right. And then I have 10 questions. You have the first round and you have the second round. The first round, each question is worth 1 point. Second round, each question is worth 2 points. All right. So if you're low on the first round, you have an opportunity to catch up in the second round. All right. So, but there's only 5 questions in the second round. All right. So y'all ready to get started? I'm ready to get started because I'm on a time thing today and I have to be out at 8 p.m. sharp. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question. And also, I do realize something is that there's a delay for people who are watching this program on YouTube and Facebook, right? As opposed to people who are watching right on here on StreamYard, because I'm on the StreamYard platform, and there are some people who are actually here on StreamYard with me. So if you know the answer to the question on StreamYard, then you could just type it in our private chat and it comes up right away. But if you're on YouTube and Facebook, there's a slight delay. So I'm gonna have to do like a little curb somehow so that, you know, everybody has a fair chance, okay? So I'll figure it out as we go, because I just realized that this was happening. All right. Kevin is like, yo, ask the question. We 6 minutes in already. All right, let's go ahead and let's go do this, Kev. You must know the answers, man, because you ready to go in. All right, so let's do this. First question is this. I'm about to pop it up on the screen. If you know it, go ahead and put it in the comments. All right, the famous Haitian general and hero of the Battle of Vertières, Capois Lamont, is from which city? A, Gonaives, B, Saint Mark, C, Port de Paix, or D, Léogâne? All right. Y'all all know Capois, Francois Capois, Capois Lamont. Where is he from? Right? Is he from A, Saint Mark? I'm sorry, A, Gonaives, B, Saint Mark, C, Port de Paix, or D, Léogâne? All right, answers are coming in. Answers are coming in. I see some wrong ones. I see some right ones. Ooh, 2 right ones, but one was in first. You guys are on point. Okay. I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay. All right. Well, you know Capois, you know the story of, you know, Capois Lamont, you know, the hero of the Battle of Vertières. And some believe that he should be included when we talk about the founding fathers of Haiti, because he is a true hero. So let's go ahead. We have a bunch of answers in. Let's go ahead and see what the correct answer is. And the correct answer is, all right, this thing always gives me a delay. It's okay, it builds suspense. The correct answer is, come on, drum roll, please. Yo, what's going on? Hey, answer is C, Port de Paix. So the winner of that question is, oh, I'm sorry. Stephanie came in first. Stephanie Bart with the correct answer, Port de Paix. Now, Love Dunham, I believe Love Dunham is Nima. You had the correct answer, but you came in right after Stephanie. So Stephanie gets 1 point. Good job, Stephanie. Yeah, I have a good friend from Port de Paix, and he loves Capois Lamont, and he's so proud that he's from Port de Paix because Capois Lamont is from Port de Paix. So if you didn't know, now you know. All right, guys, thank you. Stephanie gets 1 point. All right, let's get to I just want to shout out Nima because she had the correct answer as well. Those are the only 2 correct answers. Everyone else got it wrong. All right, okay, let's go to the next one. Next question. What prominent U.S. city founded by Haitian Jean-Baptiste Point du Sabot? Is it A, St. Louis, B, New Orleans, C, Philadelphia, or D, Chicago? Whoops, let me put that back up. Which city did Haitian Jean-Baptiste Point du Sabot found? Which U.S. city? Is it A, St. Louis, B, New Orleans, C, Philadelphia, or D, Chicago? All right, the answers are rolling in. I see some wrong ones. I see some right ones. I see more right ones than wrong ones, though. You guys are on point today. All right, let's see. No. All right. Come on, y'all. You guys know the story, right? So he's actually from St. Mark, Haiti, right? And he traveled to the United States. And he was the first one to settle. Well, I hate saying first one because, there were people here prior to, the indigenous populations, right? But he was the first one to start a settlement and start trading with the locals, right? He didn't come to try to, do all types of crazy stuff. All right, so let's get with the right answer. I see a bunch of right answers. I see a bunch of wrong answers, but the correct answer is D, Chicago. All right, and the first person to give that answer was Carnu Ingwe Lumoni. I hope I said that correct. So congratulations, you have a lot of correct answers, but you were the first one to give the correct answer. So Carnu, congratulations, you get a point. Let me get you over here. Yes, Chicago. So he came and he settled in what is known today as Chicago. And actually, if you go to Chicago today, you will actually see a bust of him, like right in the area where he first settled. Right? It's not a huge statue. When I first went over there, I was expecting to see like a huge statue of this man, but it's actually just sort of like a bust, right? And it's right over the river where he first settled. And what we know today is Chicago. I forget the name of the street, but it's a main street. But yeah, he's acknowledged. And in fact, this week, there was a group of Haitians that acknowledged him founding the city of Chicago as we know it today. So that's Jean-Baptiste Point du Sabel. So congratulations, you guys. You got Carnu got the point, but I also want to shout out the other people who got the right answer. Stephanie, you're right behind, but you was on point. Ife, you had the correct answer. In my opinion, who is the greatest soldier? Oh man, we'll be here all day debating that. But you also got the right answer, Kevin. I'm sorry, Kevin. So congratulations, guys. You guys are on point today already, right? And we're only on question number 2. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to question number 3, right? So far, we have a tie between Stephanie and Carnu. All right, let me get this out the way. Yeah. All right. This Haitian author is well known for his book, The Equality of the Human Races, which debunked the European myth that blacks were inferior to whites. So who was the author? Was it A, come on, A, Antonin Firmin, B, Jean Price Mars, C, Edwidge Danticat, or D, Dante Bellegarde? All right, so as you guys may or may not know, there was a paper that was published by some French guy who called The Inequality of the Human Races, right? Which called black people inferior to whites, right? Which tried to, so that they could feel better about themselves, about the whole enslavement of Africans, right? And this was a widely circulated pamphlet or book or whatever. So this person was actually in the university in France. I'm giving the whole background. Let me just get to the question and then I'll give the background after. All right. Okay. So what's up, Michael? Michael Kane in the building. All right. I see C's, I see B's, I see D's, I see everything. All right, but do I see the correct answer? Oh, I see a correct answer. Let's see, Kevin, I'll debate you or anyone that General Toussaint was a great. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you, bro. There's no way I'm going to argue against Toussaint. All right, let's see. A, Antonin. Okay, I see a bunch of correct answers. Let's see what the correct answer is. All right, this Haitian author is well known for his book, The Equality of the Human Races, which debunked the European myth that blacks were inferior to whites. And the correct answer is, come on, drum roll, please. Let's get the right answer. I'm sorry for this delay, but you know what? It builds up suspension. A, Antonin Fermat. All right, so the correct answer is A. Let's see, who was the first one to come up with that? Okay, so we got Celine in the private chat that had the correct answer. But then we also have Nima with the correct answer as well. So I think the first answer came in from the private chat. So I'm gonna give, you know what? I'm going to give Celine a point for that. And I'm gonna have like a different prize for Celine because it's hard for me to. A different prize for the people who answer on the private chat because it's hard for me to understand the delays. All right, so I'm gonna say Celine and Nima. Nima came up with the correct answer first from social media. So congratulations, Nima. That's her second. Wait, no, that's her first point. Love Dunham. All right, congratulations. But also I want to give a shout out to Denise. Denise got the correct answer. Carnu, on point, got the correct answer. Who else? Yes, Carnu, you got the correct answer, but it came in a little too late. Denise came in. It's all good. All right, so, oh wait, is that Denise? What's up, Denise? Hey, what's going on? Good to see you on here. All right, so we got a four-way tie. We got Stephanie, Carnu, Celine, and Nima, each with 1 point. So, all right. Yes, of course. Come on. Natural Bliss is in the building. One of my favorites of all time. Boston, shout out. All right, so let's go ahead and take this to the next question. All right. The late, great General Toussaint Louverture implemented a successful strategy while fighting European armies that involved waiting until the rainy season to strike because they will fall ill to what tropical disease? A, smallpox, B, yellow fever, C, measles, or D, Ebola? All right, come on. We got the late, great General Toussaint Louverture implemented a successful strategy while fighting European armies that involved waiting until the rainy season to attack because they will fall ill to what tropical disease? Is it A, smallpox, B, yellow fever, C, measles, or D, Ebola? All right, so we got some questions coming in. Some answers coming in. All right. Oh, I think everybody knew this one. I don't see any wrong answers anywhere. So let's go ahead and let's press play and see what the correct answer is for everyone. All right. So the European soldiers were falling by the tens of thousands to this disease, right? Once the rainy season came, there was nothing that could stop them from falling ill to this disease. What was it? B, yellow fever. All right. So the first person to come up with that was Steve Julmiste. Shout out to Steve. But I gotta give it up because everybody had the right answer. I don't see any I don't see any wrong answers over here. So Steve was the first one, and then Nima, Denise, Carnu, Stephanie, Denise again, Ahmed. So y'all know what's up with this yellow fever thing, man. That was one of our allies. One of my favorite stories actually is like from the Mackendal book. Was that I'll show the cover again. If you look closely in the cover, you can see there are mosquitoes, right, flying around. And one of the big myths, one of the big things was when Mackendal was getting set to be executed, he said that he was going to come back as a mosquito to terrorize the French. And one of the, during the Revolutionary War, one of the ways that yellow fever was passing around rapidly throughout the European army was mosquitoes. Mosquitoes would go from person to person, spreading the disease. So, you know, a lot of us believe that was Mackendal coming back to fulfill his prophecy. So, yes. So I got to give that up. That was Steve. Was that Steve with the right answer? The first one? Steve Julmiste. Good job, brother. Yo, this is a 5-way tie. All right. Stephanie, Carnul, Celine, Nima, and Steve all got 1 point. You guys are not playing around. All right. So let's go on to the next question. Y'all gotta be quick. Like, y'all gotta be quick on the comments. Like people are not playing around. They want this book. Just to let you guys know, I'm giving away this book today to the person with the most points. All right. Mackendal 2nd edition. All right. So there's a lot that we're playing for right here. So let's be quick on the comments. All right. So next question. Y'all ready? That's right. Biogerm warfare. Yeah, Mackendal was early on that. Absolutely. Okay. Next question. This woman was head of logistics in the indigenous army of General Jean-Jacques Dessalines and was able to source much needed food and supplies for the soldiers. Was it A, Marie-Jeanne, B, Catherine Flon, C, Dede Basile, or D, Anna Kaona? Ooh, wait a minute. Yo, Celine is quick on the trigger. She is not playing around. All right, so, okay, answers are coming in. Answers are coming in. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. All right, man. Let me read the question one more time for those who can't look at their screens. This woman was head of logistics in the indigenous army of General Jean-Jacques Dessalines and was able to source much needed food and supplies for the soldiers. Was it A, Marie-Jeanne, B, Catherine Flon, C, Dede Basile, D, Anna Kaona? All right. Y'all ready for the answer? The answer? All right, let's see. Let's see who got it right. Yo, the wait on this, I did like a 2-second wait. This joint is more like 15 seconds. All right, who's the woman? The answer is C, Dede Basile. My son, Dede Basile. Nobody got that right. Oh, come on, man. Y'all need, I did a whole book on sheroes saying that with the title of each woman that was featured in the book, and head of logistics was Dede Basile. A lot of people know her as Défilé, right? Défilé La Folle. I refuse to refer to her as that name because it's very derogatory. I want to call her by her name. So her name was Marie-Jeanne Dede Basile. All right. So yeah, she was head of logistics. She used to follow the soldiers while they were on missions. And whenever somebody needed anything, she was the one to provide it for them, right? And she's well known for the role that she played after the assassination of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, right? We all know the woman who, after they dismembered the emperor, she went out and gathered his body parts and gave him a proper burial. It's the same woman, right? But I don't want all of us to know her just for that, right? She played a role in the military. She played a crucial role, like sourcing food and supplies, weapons, stuff like that for the soldiers. So yeah, we know her for gathering the body parts, of the emperor and giving him a proper burial. But that's not all she did, right? And that's all I wanted to share with y'all. So guess what? The score remains the same. 5-way tie. Stephanie, Carnoon, Celine, Mima, Steve, all at 1 point. All right, so let's go on to the next question. This officer was a valuable asset to the French forces during Napoleon's expedition in 1802 because of his precision with cannon fire, which he used against black forces at Crête-à-Pirot. Was it A, Rochambeau, B, Leclerc, C, Pétion, or D, Debelle? All right, so this person was shooting cannons, right? And that was his thing, like shooting cannons and hitting his target exactly where he wanted to aim it. And he was very good. And during the Battle of Crête-à-Pirot, that was he was there shooting cannons into the fort where the black soldiers were bunkered. So was it A, Rochambeau, B, Leclerc, C, Pétion, or D, Debelle? All right, let's see some answers coming in. Ooh, interesting. Uh-oh, someone got the right one. Couple got the right. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for the answer? You got enough. I see right answers and I see wrong answers. So let's go with the right answer. All right. This officer was a valuable asset to the French forces during Napoleon's expedition in 1802 because of his precision with cannon fire, which he used against black forces at the Battle of Crête-à-Pirot. The correct answer is, come on. A, Rochambeau, B, Leclerc. The answer is C, Alexander Pétion. Yes. And guess what? We have a correct answer. Nima, I see you was paying attention during Baïne and Frantz. the special Battle of Crête-à-Pirot series that we had. So yes, the answer was Alexander Pétion, future president of Haiti. For those who didn't know, during the Toussaint years in power, there was a war called the War of Knives, which was like a civil war. And it was Toussaint was the leader pretty much of the whole, well, he was the governor general, right? And Andre Rigaud was like the leader of the mulatto forces in the South. Now, there were one unit once they were fighting against the British. But after the British were expelled, then Andre Rigaud and Toussaint had disagreements that were spurned by the French governor general, so that they can kind of have this war with each other. It's called the War of Knives. And on Andre Rigaud's side was Alexander Pétion and Jean-Pierre Boyer, like two future presidents of Haiti. So Toussaint and Dessalines on this side. And this is really where Dessalines was, showed how valuable of a soldier he was, because he was relentless during that war. And Toussaint's side actually pretty much overran them and deported. Well, they didn't really deport Rigaud, Pétion, and Boyer. They fled to France, right? So they came back, all three of them, André Rigaud, Alexander Pétion, and Jean-Pierre Boyer, with Leclerc during the expedition, the French expedition in 1802, right? So they arrived with Leclerc in their mission to try to, get rid of Toussaint. So, so during that time, they had the Battle of Pétapiro in March 1802, and Alexander Pétion was on the side of the French, attacking the fort where Dessalines, Marie-Jeanne, and the other Louis Lamartiniere was there. So, yep, a little piece of history a lot of us don't really know, but we do have Nima who knew that. So congratulations, Nima. Nima gets another point. So now Nima takes the sole possession of the lead. So we got Nima with 2 points, Stephanie with 1, Carnu with 1, Celine with 1, Steve with 1. All right. So now let's go on to the next question. Here we go. All right. Toussaint Louverture had this officer arrested and tried for insubordination when he led an insurrection in the north of Saint-Domingue, which left over 300 whites dead. Was it A, Moïse, B, Paul Louverture, C, Charles Belair, or D, Louis Lamartiniere? All right. Let's go. Ooh, you guys were quick on the trigger on this one. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, you guys know this one, huh? You guys are not playing around right here. Some of y'all are putting the same answer twice. Make sure I see it. That's funny. All right. I got the winner of this one. All right, so let's go ahead and play it. All right, so Toussaint Louverture had this officer arrested and tried for insubordination when he led an insurrection in the north of Saint-Domingue, which left over 300 whites dead. A, Moïse, B, Paul Louverture, C, Charles Belair, or D, Louis Lamartiniere. I'm sorry, I keep saying the same one. That's right, Moïse. Moïse is the correct answer. And the first person who got that correct, yo, you know what? Nima is not playing with y'all at all. All right? Nima is quick on the trigger. But check this out. We got a lot of correct answers over here. A lot of people typed in the correct answer, but Nima was quick on that trigger. So Nima gets that point. 3 points for Nima. But also, let me give a shout out, Carnu. He came in right after, right? And then Carnu typed it in twice. He was not playing around, just in case I missed it. But also, we got some correct answers in the private chat. The private chat, Dr. Ya, you got the correct answer. I'll give you a shout out. But it was after Nima. So Nima takes not only sole possession of the lead, but a powerful position, 2 points up. All right, it looks like my light is going out. So let me try to fix my light real quick. It didn't really fix it that well, but it's good enough. Yeah, so Moïse was actually one of the top generals under Toussaint Louverture, right? And after Toussaint, in fact, Moïse was instrumental in taking over the eastern side of the island, the Spanish side of the island. Once Toussaint wanted to secure all of the borders on the island to prevent like the British and the French and the Spanish from coming in, and also abolishing slavery on the eastern side of the island, he sent Moise at the head of 10,000 soldiers into Santo Domingo. Once they saw, all the soldiers, they were proven fighters. Then there was not even a fight, right? They just went in there, they took over. Toussaint came in a couple of weeks later, and they handed him over the key to the city, right? So he sent Moise to take care of that mission. But what happened during this situation was Toussaint put a lot of his generals in charge in different departments. Moise was in charge of the north. This was before Christophe was in charge of the north, right? So Moise was in charge of the north. Toussaint had a policy, it was called a counter plantation system, which meant that he brought in a lot of the former plantation owners to run the plantations. And guess who was on the plantations working? The formerly enslaved blacks, right? So even though they were getting a percentage of the output of the plantations, they were getting paid essentially. They still didn't like the way that Toussaint brought in the former white plantation owners to run the plantations. So Moise was the one that was in charge of the North, where the revolution first started in 1791, and the plantation workers, right? They were saying, well, they called them cultivators now, right? The cultivators were like, listen, I don't want to take orders from these people anymore. We just beat them in battle. Why are we taking orders from them now? So they're listening to Moise, and Moise is like, you're right. I agree with you, right? So they essentially had another 1791, right, where they rose up and they had an insurrection, and they massacred the whites up there. And then once word got back to Toussaint, Toussaint wasn't having it. He crushed the insurrection, right? In fact, it was Christophe who was up there, because it was Christophe was kind of like under Moise during that time, right? And it was after Moise was put down by Toussaint that Christophe took over the North. But but they essentially crushed the rebellion, and Moise was brought in for a trial. The initial trial was, he was going to get a slap on the wrist and let go, but Toussaint wanted him to be retried. And after that retrial, that other trial, he was found guilty, and then he was executed, right, Moise? So Toussaint wasn't having it. And in fact, that was, I understand as a soldier in the military, you have to follow orders. So a lot of people see that as, it was Moise, being insubordinate to Toussaint, and you can't have that in the military, because if one soldier does it, one officer does it, then it starts to spread like wildfire. So he had to be made an example. But it is what it is, right? So that's the answer to that question, and Nima got the correct answer. All right, so let's go on to the next one, because we're moving slow, right? I'm giving a lot of background to the questions, so you guys can have a little bit more context, right? Which is really what I wanted to do. I just like to share the history. So, all right, let's go on with the next question. All right, Nima is in the front position. She's trying to get this book. All right, when French General Rochambeau cruelly drowned 500 black soldiers within view of the indigenous army, what was Dessalines' response? He C, held a memorial, A, cried, B, marched, or D, hanged 500 French soldiers. We all know General Rochambeau, right? One of the most cruel figures in the Haitian Revolution. So there's a story where he was out in view of Dessalines and all the officers, and he had 500 hostages, black hostages, and he drowned every single one of them out in the bay. So what was Dessalines' response after that? Did he A, cry, B, march, C, held a memorial, or D, retaliated by hanging 500 French soldiers. All right. I don't see any wrong answers. Oh wait, yeah, I do see some wrong answers. What? Come on now. This is General Jean-Jacques Dessalines we talking about, y'all. Take no prisoners. All right, this was just a throwaway. So, okay, let's see. Moise, his nephew Kevin. Kevin is saying definitely slow delay because I answered that question before he finished. All right, Kevin, sorry about the delay, bro. All right, so, wow. You know what? I think Nima just has her hands on the keyboard like this, right? Because the correct answer to this question, you guys should know. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Nima, you were first to answer, but that wasn't the correct answer. The correct answer was, wait, here's a question. When French General Rochambeau cruelly drowned 500 black soldiers within view of the indigenous army, what was his response? What was Dessalines' response? D, he turned around and he hanged 500 French soldiers, right? So the answer, Nima, you were the first one to type in the answer, but it was wrong. The first person with the correct answer was Natural Bliss on the board. Denise, my sister, on the board with the correct answer, right? That's right. He turned around, like once he saw that, because he did it right in front of him, Rochambeau. Once he Dessalines saw that, he instructed 500 gibbets be constructed by the morning, right? And you know the gibbets are like the hangman, right? So he wanted 500 of those. He ordered the troops to erect 500 gibbets by the morning. And once all of those were constructed, first thing in the morning, he hung 500 French soldiers in retaliation for that action by Rochambeau, right? In fact, there's I think I have a book that shows that on the cover, but just to give a shout out to Denise got that right. But also we got a lot of right answers. I mean, that was Steve got that right. Denise said D again. Who's that? Adrian got the correct answer. Ahmed, Stephanie. Yeah, come on, y'all was on point. Y'all was on point with that. Let's see. I couldn't believe General Toussaint had his soldier nephew to be executed, gangster. Yeah, I know. That was crazy. Yes. Denise. Great job on that one. Right? So yeah. So Dessalines wasn't a turn the other cheek type of person. Right? So as soon as he saw that, he wanted to retaliate, say eye for an eye. Right. So he wanted to match. Dessalines wasn't necessarily cruel, but he wasn't gonna lay down after an act like that from the enemy. So he just fought fire with fire. Right. In fact, there's a book. I have it up here somewhere. I want to show it to you guys. Hold on 1 second. Where is it? If I can't find it, then never mind. No, I can't find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. So you guys have seen this before, right? This image before. So, but if you look closely, look at all the gibbets. Look at all the people hanging, like not just the person in the front, but those are all gibbets. Like you see all this, like right here. Those are all like people, French hanging right there. So yeah, so that was a very well-known part of history that I want to share with you guys. All right. So Denise is on the board, but Nima is still in position. So yes, he did the right thing. The Haitian Malcolm X. Oh man, you guys are funny. All right, so let's go to the next question, right? Because I do believe that there are only 2 questions left in the first round. All right. So remember, first round is 1 point each. Second round, each question is 2 points. So we gotta hurry. We gotta hurry because I got 15 minutes to do all this. All right, no more backstory. All right. In August 1820, Henry Christophe suffered a stroke while attending mass, which left him with what disability? A, memory loss, B, partial paralysis, C, blindness, or D, a speech impediment. All right. So in August 1820, King Henry suffered a massive stroke while attending mass, which left him with what disability? A, memory loss, B, partial paralysis, C, blindness, or D, a speech impediment. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hey, Diana. Diana's in the building. All right, let's see. All right. I think we got the right. You guys are on point. Come on, bro. I got it. Yeah. Oh, man. You guys are on point today. All right. So let's see. We got a bunch of answers in. Let's see which one was the right answer. So in August 1820, King Henry Christophe is attending mass. He suffers a massive stroke and he became disabled after this stroke. So what was his disability? B, partial paralysis. All right. He was unable to walk after that, right? After that stroke, he was no longer able to walk, couldn't ride his horse. He was pretty much bedridden, right? So, but he has a very cool story after that. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say cool story, but there's a story after that. But just to let you guys know, the first answer that came in was Steve. Steve came in with the correct answer, with Kevin half a second behind. Sorry, Kevin. You see, Steve just put B, and then you wrote out like the whole half his body numb. So if you would just push one letter and hit enter, you probably would have been first, brother. But it's all good. You know, you got a lot of correct answers. Nima got the correct answer. Oh, Carnu, I'm sorry. I flashed the wrong answer for you. I thought you had the right one. Stephanie had the correct answer. So absolutely. Denise had the correct answer. SK has no idea. Well, now you know, brother. Diana had the right answer. So, all right, y'all. So that's the story, right? King Henry became, he was unable to walk. He had suffered partial paralysis, right? And the story was, you know, once they saw that the king was weak, because King Henry ruled the kingdom, the north of Haiti, with an iron fist, right? So once they saw that, oh, wow, he's disabled, right? He can't rule the same way he was able to rule. Then they saw that weakness, and the South, which was then ran by Jean-Pierre Boyer, pretty much, you know, started an insurrection. They overran the North, but also, you know, because King Henry ruled with a lot of discipline, right? The people were just kind of, you know, like over it, so to speak. So it was easy for Boyer and the Republic of Haiti that was in the South to gain a lot of support, right? And call him a tyrant, call Christophe a tyrant and all that stuff. And they got a lot of public support. And then they overran the North. There were insurrections all over. Christophe was unable to, well, Christophe attempted. He made a bold attempt, right? Like he was unable to walk since August. And during the main point of the insurrection that happened in October, he actually got up on his feet, walked down Sanssouci Palace, right, and tried to mount his horse. This is with all of his soldiers in the courtyard, right, getting ready. He's going to lead them into battle to crush the rebellion. And he fell, right? He fell. He wasn't able to mount his horse. He fell pretty much flat on his face. And then everyone lost, that spirit that he was going to be able to lead them. And then shortly after that, he was helped up to his room, to his chamber, and that's where he actually committed suicide, right? He loaded his gun. He was in full uniform, military uniform, kissed his family goodbye, and shot himself in the chest, and he died. So that was the answer. And wait, who did I say got that correct? Was that Steve? Yeah, Steve B. Yep. All right, Steve. So I think Steve was already on the board. Oh, Steve got 2 points now. All right, so Stephanie 1 point, Carnu 1 point, Celine 1 point, Nima 3 points, Steve 2, Denise 1. All right. So this is the last question for the first round. Yeah, the silver bullet. Yep. Here we go. Y'all ready? Okay, everybody get ready. All right, because this is the last question of the first round. All right, so you have to be like Nima and have your fingers on the keyboard like this, just ready to, not even like this, just like one, so you can hit the letter and then hit enter, so that it can go in quick. All right. Here's the next question. It was well known that Emperor Jacques loved to dance during celebratory events. Which dance was choreographed for him so that he could dance with his weapon? Was it A, the carabinier, B, the Macarena, C, the waltz, or D, the revolution? Ooh. Oh, you guys are on point. Yo, those answers came in fast. Y'all was not playing around. All right, y'all. That was good. You guys are on point. All right, so y'all know Dessalina. Sorry for the typo. It's supposed to say love to dance. All right, let's say the question one more time. It was well known that Emperor Jacques loved to dance during celebratory events. Which dance was choreographed specifically for him so that he could dance without putting down his weapon? Was it A, the carabinier, B, the Macarena, C, the waltz, or D, the revolution? And the answer is I hope nobody said the waltz. I'm gonna go back. If someone typed in C, I'm gonna put y'all on blast. All right, let's see. Come on. What is the correct answer? What was the dance that was choreographed for the Emperor of IET? Is it A, B, C, or D? And that correct answer is A. And that's all I really see here. Good job, guys. Yes, I must say that the correct answer came in from Celine on that one. Celine was crazy fast on that one. Good job, Celine. So, but most people got that right. Right? So most people got that right. So I'll give a shout out to Denise. Good job, Denise. Steve got that right. Nima got that right. Stephanie got that right. Annie got that right. Carnu got that right. Diana got that right. So good job, guys. But remember, this is a speed game. So, and you guys were quick. but y'all wasn't quicker than Celine on that one. All right. So I wish I could give the woman the choreographer, a shout out. I know her name is deep inside my brain somewhere. If anybody knows the woman who choreographed that dance for Dessalines, definitely type it in the comments. All right. So it's starting to get close. Stephanie, 1 point. Carnot, 1 point. Celine, 2 points. Nima, 3 points. Steve, 2 points. Denise, 1 point. All right. So, all right, guys, I have to hurry up. We have to go right into round 2. All right. Each question is worth 2 points. Remember what's on the line. In fact, let me just flash it up on the screen so I can let you guys know what is on the line. Mackendal, the 2nd edition, Mackendal, the Black Messiah, right? The winner of Haitian History Trivia, episode 4, gets a copy of this book, all right? So definitely, but for those who are still interested in this book, if you just want to get it anyway, you can do that, right? Just go to my website, www.thoroughbredbooks.com. In fact, don't just get that, pick up the whole collection. All right, we got Haiti, the First Black Republic, which I also released a 2nd edition for. Of course, Mackendal. We got Toussaint, the epic story of Toussaint Louverture, which is a very dope board book, great for story time for your little ones. Boukman, Black Revolution, Sheroes of the Haitian Revolution. So I know a lot of you guys pre-ordered the epic story of Toussaint Louverture. It's on its way to me still. So please, I appreciate your patience. As soon as it comes in, it's going to be shipped out to you guys. But also for those who ordered Mackendal, because I was accepting pre-orders on these as well, they're going out first thing tomorrow morning, right? Look how crazy that book cover is, right? Mackendal, you see the missing hand, right? You see like a lot of the greenery, that's the poison that he used. You got the Veve flying around. You got the mosquitoes, he's blowing in the conch shell. That's classic. That's classic. Come on, let's give it up for our ancestors, right? So, all right, I don't have a whole lot of time, y'all. I have to get into the 2nd round. Okay, let me type in Thoroughbred Books. Well, y'all saw it. Y'all saw the website, right? Thoroughbred Books, www.thoroughbredbooks.com. That's how it's spelled. All right. So go there now. Order the whole collection, please. Support. This is for the ancestors. Give it up. We gotta get these stories told. All right. All right. Let's go into the 2nd round. Stop playing around. I gotta get rid of these first. All right. Let me remove from studio. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know what I mean? This is my passion. I love Haitian history. We don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about it. You know what I mean? I just like to share the things that I actually do know with everyone. I'm sure there's people out there that know way more than me, but I know a little bit, and the little bit I know, I would like to share. So hopefully you guys appreciate all this. Okay, let's see. Let me. All right, let's do this. All right, y'all ready for round 2? All right, here's round 2. Each question is worth 2 points. All right, so this is serious right now. It's starting to get serious. All right, so here's the first one. Y'all ready? You gotta get your finger like this. All right. So first question. When France abolished slavery in 1794, what did the white colonists do in response? Did they A, pay reparations, B, invite the British to take the colony, C, ate soup jumu, or D, go back to Europe? Ooh, guess who's coming in late, yo, my. Hey, listen. The winner of last week's Haitian history trivia just came in. Well, I don't know if she just came in, but my phone, how you doing? All right, all right. Okay, man, this is serious now. It's getting serious because each question is worth 2 points. All right, I got the winner already. So let me stop playing around. Just got here. All right, my phone. Good to have you. All right, let's go. So when France abolished slavery in 1794, what did the white colonists do in response? Did they A, pay reparations to their formerly enslaved Africans? B, invite the British to take over the colony? C, ate soup jumu? D, go back to Europe? So the answer is B. They invited the British to come take over the colony, right? Because they wanted to keep their enslaved Africans. Right? How crazy is that? They pretty much renounced being French so that they could continue to enslave Africans, right? So I have to give it up to the person who was quickest on the trigger this time around, and that was Steve. Oh, 2 points. Guess what, y'all? Steve takes the lead. Steve took the lead. He had 2 points before, and now he got 2 points for that question. So now he has 4. Next in line is Nima with 3 points, Celine with 2 points. Everyone else got 1 point. Stephanie, Carnu, and Denise. So, all right, man. Sorry, I can't give any backstory on this one because I'm running out of time. It's already 8 o'clock. I got to pick up my son from swim practice. But there is crazy backstory to this one. All right. All right. So now, next one. What I gotta do? What I gotta do? Okay, here we go. All right, next question. Oh, let me get Steve out of the way. There were a few instances where slave ships carrying African men, women, and children were confronted by the newly formed Haitian government. What was Haitian policy when this happened? Was it A, arrest the ship's captain, B, free Africans and burn the ships, C, pay for the cargo, or D, confiscate the ship? All right, we gotta go fast, y'all. We gotta go fast. Ooh, my phone is not. She came here not playing with y'all. She said, "I'm just gonna come in the second round this time and give everyone else a chance." All right. All right, let's go with the answer. The answer is, come on, come on, come on. Come on, man. Yo, this is gonna be taking forever. B, pay for the cargo. I mean, C, C, pay for the cargo. So yeah, oh, there's another crazy backstory to that one. But someone asked if I could do the backstory in the chat. I mean, later on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. But Mafun came in and got the correct answer. Paid for the cargo, right? They wanted to, like, their thing was they wanted to encourage other ships, right, that were going to drop off the Africans in other locations where they would be enslaved. And they actually had them come into IET, paid them for the cargo so that they could encourage them to come in here. And then Dessalines and Christophe and them would free the enslaved Africans in IET. How crazy is that, right? So, yes, right? Mafun got that. She's on the board, 2 points. All right, y'all, I gotta hurry up. I apologize for, what am I doing? Okay, yeah. All right, let's go. 3 more questions to go. 1, 2, 3. My son is going to be waiting outside. He's going to be like one of those after school special. All right. One of the main forms of communication between the kingdoms of IET was by which method? Smoke. And when I say kingdoms of IET, I'm talking about the Tainos. Smoke, birds, dolphins, astronomy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm just gonna let this play because you guys are kind of quick on the answers now. All right, all right, all right. Correct answer is, all right, one of the main forms. So how did they communicate with each other, right? So they trained, oh man, well, here I go, telling you guys the answer. But the correct answer is already up. And the winner of this question is already up. So listen, I gotta be on point now because my phone is in the building. And she got that question right again. So my phone came in the second round and tied the leader, Steve. All right. So yes, they use birds. They used to train the birds to go from getting them from Zaragua to Magua to Maguana to Igwe, all over, right? And that's how they communicated. So they knew danger was coming. If they said sent this certain bird, all that other stuff. So it was a cool system that they used. All right, next question. Dang, yeah, I've been giving so much backstory, I lost track of time. But I know you guys enjoy the backstory. I enjoy the backstories. But I'm running a little bit tight on time, so I apologize. All right, the Haitian patriot Charlemagne Perrault was arrested by U.S. Marines for what act? Did he A, refuse to lower the Haitian flag? B, abandoned his post? C, refused to kill a civilian? Or D, refused to salute a U.S. officer? Oh boy, yeah, this is actually pretty fun, y'all. You guys are on point too. All right, let me just let this. It got enough answers in. Correct answer is in. All right. So, what is the correct answer? Haitian patriot Charlemagne Perrault, one of my heroes, was arrested by U.S. Marines for what act? A, refusing to lower the Haitian flag. B, abandoning his post. What happened? C. Okay. Anyway, the correct answer is A, right? I'm sorry. Yes, the correct answer is A, right? And Celine was first on the trigger. Correct answer was refusing to lower the Haitian flag. Y'all, we have a four-way tie and 2 questions left. Celine, 4 points. Steve, 4 points. Mafoun, 4 points. Yo, this is crazy. All right. All right, this is the last question. We have a 4-way tie. All right, last question. Y'all ready? All right, this is it. This is for all the marbles. Last question. Here are the people who have a chance to win. Celine, Nima, Steve, and Mafoun. All right. Or there might be a 4-way tie if someone other than those people have the correct answer. So here we go. When the U.S. invaded Haiti in 1915, the armed military stormed the Capitol building in an attempt to have lawmakers reverse which constitutional law? A, the national flag colors. B, 4-year presidential term. C, foreign land ownership. Or D, a ban on slavery. Dang. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. I don't believe it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready for the answer? Wow. Yo, this was a crazy game. All right, what's the correct answer? I see a lot of them here. I see a lot of wrong ones too, though. This wasn't an easy one. Right, when the U.S. invaded Haiti in 1915, armed military stormed the Capitol, right? Stormed the Capitol building in an attempt to have lawmakers reverse which constitutional law? The answer is C, foreign land ownership, right? Which has been in law since Dessalines. And guess what, y'all? Who got the answer first? You're not gonna believe it. My phone. Holy moly. Yo, she came in, she joined in the second round. And she got 3 of the questions right, which gave her 6 points and took the lead and the victory of Haitian History Trivia episode 4. Congratulations. Wow, Mafun, you are not playing around. But yo, I also have to give a shout out to everyone who got the correct answer on this one. Kevin, definitely on point, but came in a little too late. Steve, on point. Nima, on point. Bliss, on point. Carnu, on point. Absolutely. Yes, it happened in 1918. And actually, how do I get rid of this thing? Yeah, it happened in 1918, right? So congratulations, my phone. I just shipped out her prize yesterday. Now I gotta ship her another prize. But that was very dope. Hey man, thanks again for joining me for Haitian History Trivia. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys, more than just enjoying yourselves, I hope you guys learned something new today, right? That's really the whole point of it, is learning something new that you didn't know before, right? I'm all about education, educating. And this is my favorite subject, right? We have so many things that we can be proud of when it comes to Haitian history. So congratulations, Mafoun. I don't even remember what book I sent you. I think I sent you the Haiti book. So this was a book that I'm sending out for the winner today. So this was Makandal, second edition. Look at that book cover. Crazy. So definitely check out thoroughbredbooks.com, www.thoroughbredbooks. Don't spell thoroughbred the wrong way. This is the right way to spell thoroughbred. All right? No UGH. Just thoroughbred, just like that. Right? So definitely go check it out. Thoroughbredbooks.com. Get the whole collection. All right? And let's keep pushing the culture forward. Thanks, guys, man. Appreciate you for joining me. My phone already got all your contact info. I just mailed you out your book. Now you get another one. So thanks for joining again. And I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for the next one, episode 5. Let's keep doing it, right? As long as I'm here, I'm going to keep doing it. So catch y'all on the next one. All right, y'all. Peace. Hey, and you guys that's in the private, Celine, man, you did great. Celine, Kasheniwa, I want to get you guys up live next time. So I'm gonna start bringing you guys